Where were you last night when you heard that OBJ was going to Cleveland?
I was getting ready to eat dinner, okay? And I got hamburgers and salad in front of me. I got a group text from Pro Football Talk because we got the rundown coming, and I see, oh, okay? Thank you, first curse of the day, all right? And then I saw, Giants trade Odell to the Cleveland Browns from Stats, and I wrote, stop. I wrote stop. And then I wrote, are you effing with me? Okay. And then, of course, I went online and started looking, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this is real. And I was in shock. And then they yelled for my little boy, who's a huge Giants fan and a huge Odell Beckham Jr. fan. And he was like, what? Why would the Giants do that? And then immediately, Dad, I think I'm going to root for the Cleveland Browns this year. You okay? Phil Simms, the other Phil Simms, is a Browns fan now.
What was your immediate reaction? Like, okay, I get it, or gosh, what a mistake?
No, I get it. I do. I think that the Giants probably felt like this was a, what would I would say, irreparable, kind of situation, irreparable. That's how you say it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Pete D. But, yeah, I think they kind of felt that way. I'm sure, listen, the Giants, the organization a little bit just from following football. We both know people involved and everything like that. It's an old-school organization that usually are not all about the outspoken, crazy type of player that Odell Beckham Jr. is or perceived to be. So I always wondered, are they going to stay the course here with Odell? And then you got the Josina Anderson interview last year and a few other things.
A lot of things.
A lot of things. Like certainly. That. Right. Yeah. Where I just thought, I don't know if that's the Giants' cup of tea. And then at the same time, when you listen to the answers that Odell has said publicly and things like that, it always seemed like, I don't know if he loves playing here or being here or loves his quarterback necessarily. Yeah. And I understood that. And this is something I really thought would happen this offseason. I know Jay Glazer is the one that predicted it.
Yeah, he did.
But this is one of these things that I know even on Pro Football Talk, I had brought it up during January, and we had to make like what's your bold statement of the offseason? I said the same thing. I just felt like reading between the tea leaves that this could be a possibility, and then it was a possibility.
Tell me if you think I'm viewing this wrong, because I'm curious what you think.
Right.
There's the initial shock when a tremendous talent like this gets shown the door. I think an automatic reaction is, you're better off without a talent like that? How is that possible? But once you get past that thought, and here's where I am.
Yeah.
What's a bigger concern or a bigger issue, a bigger objective inside the Giants building right now? Keeping one tremendous talent that's not a quarterback?
Right.
Or finding a way this spring to locate your quarterback? So if this deal, once you get past that first feeling, leads to the Giants having a quarterback for the next 10 years, isn't it a win?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, I think the Giants are trying to still win now. I don't think they're giving up on the 2019 season. And yes, they're going to dabble with their future quarterback, I would expect, in the draft. And, people out there are going to go, well, how can they do both? And they can do both. I mean, look at the Baltimore Ravens last year. I mean, they went into the season with Baltimore and Joe Flacco and thought, we're going to go for it. Then he got kind of hurt and beat up, and they threw Lamar Jackson in. So this is not like the first time we've seen this, okay? You can do both. The Chiefs drafted Patrick Mahomes and went to the playoffs the first year when he was sitting on the bench with Alex Smith. So, again, you can do both. But I get your point as far as, the Giants have a lot of holes on their roster. They're trying to fix things, and I think that Odell Beckham Jr. is not really their style of personality or what they want to deal with right now. I think they are kind of placating to Eli Manning. I think they realize that they have a quarterback that can't necessarily always take advantage of Odell Beckham Jr.'s strengths. I would argue that too. So they probably looked at it and said, you know what? We still got talent on this offense, even if we don't have Odell Beckham Jr. Sterling Shepard's pretty good. Right. Evan Ingram has a chance to be one of the best pass-catching tight ends in football. And then, and for my money, I don't know how you feel about the guy. I know you think he's awesome. Saquon Barkley's the best running back in football already. Right. So I just feel like, hey, they're going to change their style of play and not let Odell be such a big factor in everything, and they're going to move on and continue to build their football team.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.